Seven Deadly Innocent Frauds of Economic Policy by Warren Mosler. Introduction. This book's purpose is to promote the restoration of American prosperity. It is my contention that the seven deadly innocent frauds of economic policy are all that is standing between today's economic mess and the full restoration of American prosperity. As of the publication of this book, I am campaigning for the office of U.S. Senator from my home state of Connecticut, solely as a matter of conscience. I am running to promote my national agenda to restore American prosperity with the following three proposals. The first is what's called a full payroll tax holiday, whereby the U.S. Treasury stops taking some $20 billion each week from people working for a living and instead makes all FICA payments for both employees and employers. The average American couple earning a combined $100,000 per year will see their take-home pay go up by over $650 per month, which will help them meet their mortgage payments and stay in their homes, which would also end the financial crisis. Additionally, the extra take-home pay would help everyone pay their bills and go shopping as Americans return to what used to be our normal way of life. My second proposal is for the federal government to distribute $500 per capita of revenue sharing to the state governments with no strings attached to tide them over and help them sustain their essential services. The spending power and millions of jobs funded by people spending from the extra take-home pay from the payroll tax holiday restores economic activity, and the state's revenues would return to where they were before the crisis. My third proposal calls for a restoration of American prosperity through a federally funded $8 per hour job for anyone willing and able to work. The primary purpose of this program is to provide a transition from unemployment to private sector employment. A payroll tax holiday and the state revenue sharing would bring an immediate flurry of economic activity, with private sector employers quickly seeking to hire millions of additional workers to meet growing demand for their products. Unfortunately, past recessions have shown that businesses are reluctant to hire those who have been unemployed, with the long-term unemployed being the least attractive. Transitional employment also would draw these people into the labor force, giving them a chance to demonstrate what they can do and show that they are responsible and can get to work on time. This includes giving the opportunity of work to many of those who have a harder time finding private sector employment, including high-risk teenagers, people getting out of prison, the disabled, and older as well as middle-aged people who have lost their jobs and exhausted their unemployment benefits. While this program would involve the lowest expenditure of my three proposals, it is equally important as it helps smooth and optimize the transition to private sector employment as the economy grows. So how am I uniquely qualified to be promoting these proposals? My confidence comes from 40 years' experience in the financial and economic realm. I would venture that I'm perhaps the only person who can answer the question, how are you going to pay for it? My book takes on this issue and encourages the return of economic studies to the operational realities of our monetary system.